Hey crafty friends, this is Nye here. So today what we are going to do is we are going to assemble our Santa's Bag of Presents gift card holder. So I'm going to be using my art glitter glue for all of my gluing. And as you can see, I kind of have all of my pieces. They are cut out here, they are laid out, and they are ready for gluing. So let's just get right to it, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here first with this kind of cord that actually wraps around Santa's bag here. And so I'm going to go ahead and just add some glue here to the back of this kind of cord piece. And then I'm going to press it down right at this little notch here and then line it up at the other side and then just kind of press everything down. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down the two pieces that are going to create the actual bag here. And I'm going to add glue here along just the kind of edges, okay? And I'm going to go all the way down and around. However, I'm not going to add glue towards the top because that's the opening and that's where we're going to be able to slide the presents with the gift card in and out of this bag here. Okay, so we've got these two glued down, and so let's work on the next part. So I'm going to move right over here to the stamp. And so this stamp is kind of fun and very cute. And it kind of could be something that you could just craft with all by itself. It's only got the 3 layers here. And I know that this one was probably really difficult to cut because it has a lot of fine detail to it. This would be one where if you wanted to use it for something else, I would not recommend cutting it any smaller than this size that it is here in the file because it's already so kind of difficult to cut and work with. All right, so it's only the 3 layers, and all I'm doing is I'm just kind of adding glue around the edges, and then I'm going to place it down right here onto the black backing. Okay, and so I just kind of lined it up, and once you get it lined up, it's really easy to stick there. All right, and then I'm just going to check the orientation here for this green top layer. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing and just kind of adding glue all the way around here. And when you're working over here by the wording of approved by Santa there, just take your time and be a little careful so that way you don't pull up any of the pieces of the word approved, because that one is really delicate there and you don't want it to rip, especially after you went through all the time of getting it cut. Okay, and so now we're just going to line this up right here. Same piece. It kind of fell and then shifted there a little. All right. And that bottom, there we go. Okay, and then once you have it, it looks great, okay? All right, so we're going to put this part off to the side. We already did the bag, and so let's work on the presents. And I still have this piece that's going to go to the back of the bag there. All right, so for the presents here, we're going to stack these 3 layers together, which are going to make up our presents. I'm going to add glue really just to the bottom part here of this purple and not so much to the top part. All right. And so when you have that, just kind of line it up towards the bottom here, so that way you get everything fitted. And then we're going to do the same thing now with this green layer. The only trick to the green letter is that we don't want to add glue everywhere to the back, okay? Especially where these slots are, because that's where our gift card is going to sit and kind of go through. And so I'm going all the way around the edges here. And then I'm just going to add it here in the center, okay? Not towards the top here or really towards the bottom here, because that's where the gift card will slide through, okay? And then we're going to press it down, line it up, and then press it down, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our bows. And so the bow layer, if you want, what you can do is you can go ahead and place it inside to make sure that you are getting it completely correct. So you kind of want it to sit all the way down so that way this bottom part of the green is not really showing. So I'm going to shift it over there just a little bit, and that's where it's going to be, so it's not really showing. I see just a tiny smidge there, but that part's going to be okay. All right, let's see. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. And so now when you go to add the bow, you want to bring it over there so that way it kind of covers it. Okay. And there, like that. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue really here along the bottom bow and then the side piece there. Okay. And then just kind of press it down. All right. And then I'm going to add a little bit here to this, the back of this one here, right where this part kind of comes out a little bit. And if you have any piece that's up a little that has glue, then just kind of wipe away the excess there. All right. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing here. Whoops, with the red. And so we're just kind of stacking our bows there to kind of show the difference between the different presents. So we've got three presents peeking through. That's almost like a tongue twister there. 3 presents are peeking through. And so we've got our 3 bows on top of those 3 presents. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing now with this green one. And all you can see me doing here is I'm just checking orientation to make sure that I'm adding glue to the right side, because sometimes it can end up being the wrong side and then you have to recut, and that's not fun for anyone. Okay, so now before we totally finish, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this other piece of the cord and I'm going to add it to the back here. And so again, just kind of check to line it up. Then go ahead, add your glue. And once you do that, you can press it down. And then if you have any glue that seeps through, then just go ahead and wipe that too. And then now what we're ready to do is kind of add our stamp back. So you can go ahead and add the stamp anywhere that you want. You could really put it like right in the center. I'm going to put it off to the side so that way I can still see a little bit of my cord. And so it just kind of draws my eye as well to this side and that side. So it kind of balances it out here. And I'm going to tilt it on an angle so that way it's not just so, you know, like 90 degrees improper there. So it just kind of adds something there as you look. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and again, I'm just going to add glue to the back here, but I'm not going to go all the way over because I know like some parts of this is going to hang off. And so I don't want to have the glue everywhere. So this looks about nice. And then I'm just going to press it down. Okay. Now, once you have everything completed and assembled, you're ready to add your gift card. And so when you go to add your gift card, if you want, you just kind of bend it a little bit so that way it fits. And then just kind of slide it right in, okay? And then you can go ahead and press it in there. And so now we have created this fun and cute little gift card holder for Santa's bag of presents. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed crafting this one. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and happy crafting. See you next time.